All right, well, let's see if we can do a follow-up video of this thing. Oh, my trim's coming off here. I didn't give an overview of the plane before, just the basics of the battery tray pops off. There's plenty of room in here for a pack. It's about where she belongs. Okay, and there's two sets of things. I could actually move them, one up here, or actually, yeah, there's two sets of Velcro things, slots. On the top of the wing, you have a hole here, and that you undo those two screws, and there's blind nuts on the back side, and the two wing panels pretty much slide right off the wing tube. And then on the bottom, let's see if we can see this, we have the air intake comes in here. There's a hole in the firewall, and then it comes out this vented grate here, and that's just held on by 4 screws. And then this hatch here pops off. That's where you get to your landing gear bolts, the receiver, as well as your 2 fuselage servos go in there. And that's held in by just a tang in the front and magnets in the back. Hopefully that comes out on video. And yeah, that's a basic overview of it, just to how you use it on a use by use basis. And once you plug the battery in, you just pop this on and she's ready to go. All right, let's see if we can do a flight here. All right, I'm gonna do another flight with this guy. Overall, been very happy with it. Fine-tuned some stuff on it. Mainly needed some down thrust. I put some washers in for the motor for some down thrust, which is minor. So now that I updated the plans so the firewall will be angled with that 2 degrees in there. I need longer landing gear. They were I had it scale height before, so they were 2 for a 13-inch prop, which I liked with this motor combo. It was a little bit too short, so I was gouging in the prop all the time. Had to raise the wheel pants about 5 millimeters. They were a little bit too low, dragging on the grass too much. I compared it to my other planes with these size tires, so I raised them up. That fixed that problem. I have sealed the gaps on the wing for the flaperons and the ailerons. Roll rate is pretty intense, even more intense than it was, which is kind of crazy. CG, I've moved it forward a little bit. I'm still experimenting moving it back and what the limit is, but mainly reducing the rate on the elevator made me more comfortable with it. There could be some more put back into it, but I'm very happy with the way it is right now. And yeah, we'll give it another go here. It's hot out today, but it's not too windy. Oops. See, that right there would have ground the prop to death before and didn't even touch. I did try a 12-inch on it, but it really didn't have the bite that I liked with the 13. Flaps are the way to go with this plane. It still lands and takes off fine without them, but flaps are just, they are just so fun to play with. I almost never do anything without them. I did program in the radio that when I am in flat mode, my aileron rates get cut in half. Makes it a little easier on approach, a little more tameable. They're a little sensitive when they're on full rate. All right, wind is a little bit picking up, but right off the ground, it is a little bit wind assisted, but it did turn out a little bit heavier. I don't know how much you can hear me now with the wind than I'd wanted. I wanted it to be closer to 4 pounds, but it ended up, I think I'm flying at like 4.7 pounds, so closer to 5. There are some places where we can remove some weight, and I will do that with the plans I submit to potentially get kitted. But then again, Sam just flew his, and he's running a lighter power setup with a smaller battery, and he's at 4.2 pounds, or 4 pounds 2 ounces. I think he was at, so a little bit lighter, but it doesn't fly heavy though for me. Obviously I can go a little bit lighter too, because I have Dubro Dubro 2.5-inch tires on it. They're notoriously heavy, but they're nice for landing. But if I put some foam tires on it, I'd get some weight off of it, as well as it's got aluminum 1/8-inch gear on it right now. I tried thinner gear, but it just bent way too easily. So I went with the 1/8-inch. Dragging the tail a little bit on that one. And that's a little heavy. So he's got carbon fiber gear left over from a plane he had. So that takes a little bit of weight off. So if you put carbon fiber gear on it, that'll also take some weight off, obviously. So I think if you choose your components accordingly, and we do a little bit of lightening on our end, we could get it closer to 4 pounds. But even at 4.7, it flies fairly slow if you want it to. That's with no flaps. It is a little windy today, but it's not a STOL plane by any means, but the flaps really do slow the landing and takeoff down. Really shortens the distances quite a bit. Let's see, let's demo the roll rate. Here is a little bit crazy. That's on full rate, full wing, full rate, and then I added an option for full ring 3/4 rate, which is a little more manageable. It's nice because it gets rid of the adverse yaw from the outer wings, pretty much. So the wings, so the roll is a lot more axial when you use full mode. But a lot of times I'm honestly on the scale mode, just because what I'm used to. I'm used to adding the rudder for the turns. Power wise, it's pretty powerful. I'm just above half throttle right now. Even on this climb, I'm at like 3/4. I did find that tumbles and stuff work better for me on scale aileron mode compared to full aileron mode. A little bit too much roll authority for getting it to do the maneuver like I want to do it. See if I can demo it here. So when you use full aileron mode, it kind of just rolls a little bit too much. It doesn't go end over end as much. I haven't really had it bite me. I kind of know what it's going to do. It will snap out a little bit if you get too slow on, say, the top side of a loop. But that's kind of normal. My regular DeFLATlon does it. See, that was just aileron, and I just got too slow at the top and it snaps out. Especially with the fully symmetrical wing. I don't have any wash in or wash out on it. You could obviously add some if you wanted to, but I feel when you do too much washout, it kind of ruins the inverted flight a little bit. And inverted's pretty good with this. Now that it's trimmed out, it's just a lot of fun. It really flies like a scaled DeFLATlon, just with more, it's just more capability. Like, you can fly it scale like and it's fine, but it just has the ability to do even more than a regular DeFLATlon, at least on my compared to my 40 size. The short wing in comparison, because of the thin fuselage and with all that aileron and flaperon action, it really is very capable and really enjoyable. But if you turn the rates down, I wouldn't consider it a trainer by any means, but if you turn the rates down, it'll fly nice, and it's pretty docile. It's not like it's gonna murder itself. At least I haven't found it to be. Sam literally just flew his, so I'll talk to him a little bit more to find out what he likes and doesn't like about it. And And I'm also planning on putting some heavier packs in here just to really push the limits on weight, get it over 5 pounds and see how it behaves. I have some 5,000 packs that'll fit in here. This can hold up to a 6K, 6S, 5K, 4K pack. There's enough room in there for it. If you really wanted to go nuts and go 6S with it. But I think you could power it where a small 6S would be fine. Right now it's on 4S. But yeah, we'll see if we can bring it in for a landing here. I got a little bit of battery left if you want to do a go around. I love flap landings. It will do it without it, and it lands just fine. But if you got flaps, why not use them? It's nice and stable, especially now that I have that half right enabled. See if I can get it closer this time. Just letting it settle in. See? Nice and slow. And not a stall plane. It's not going to take off in 2 seconds like a timber or something like that. It is heavier, but it's just really nice to land with flaps and take off. It just, as you saw, it just kind of just takes off nice and gentle. But yeah, that's the DeFLATlon update. Hopefully I can write up some instructions on how to build it, and hopefully submit it to get some kits cut, and hopefully get some out there. All right, see you on the next one.